Previously on Fast and Furious.
Everyone, this is our two new members, Chrono and Zaboom. You'll find that I have made great deals with them.
Welcome to Megalo. Your dossiers have exceeded our requirements for qualification to be within our ranks here.
As a private venture, it is our mission to bring in new content of both original or parody from another source for all to see and know about. We've been creating art for years.
Names, roles, places, events, incidents are either the product of our own imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Any references to any actual characters, alive or dead, or actual events is coincidental to say the least.
Nice to meet you all. As a YouTube reviewer and digital artist, I'll make sure that new content from me will come forward. It can also be explicit too.
Well then, Chrono, make sure all mature content has a filter so that viewers on your online platforms can be aware of what related projects you're working on.
Same goes for me. I to work with adult content as I have my patron supporters to back me up monthly on my Patreon page. Everyone, quality over quantity.
Just to let you two know that me, Suki, Vanessa, Alex, Skull, Dazzy, and Mango have been around Megalo's server since its inception back in December 2017.
Not to mention that Mango and Dazzy have paid us about 5 years worth of art-related commissions. Plus, we're informed that you two did business with them too.
Team, I just got off the phone. We're clear for a new studio since the creator robbed Del Rubio's island with a huge payout. Locations sent on your smartphones.
That was fast. Didn't expect the new heist from Grand Theft Auto Online to pay off that big in my opinion.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's check it out.
Looks like getting settled in this new high-end studio to continue production on future content might take some time to get accustomed to. So, we decided to make episode 2 feature videos of vehicle builds from the second season of Burning Rubber. Hope you all enjoy this compilation we have put together.
We have ourselves our very first build inspired by Isabella Bandicoot from Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, who is voiced by Melina Minnicino herself. So without further ado, let's get down to business, as this car did not take as long as it did to make. The only thing that drew it back was that I had to scrounge around about 30 million in-game cash in order to make sure to prepare future builds, to be honest with you. So as of me recording this is a commentary, so I'm pretty much just going to give you the lowdown on what I did to the car. So without further ado, let's do this. So to start off, I basically went and applied the one thing that made me worry, and that was the rims. Because Ferrari was known to not be customizer friendly, but this game proved me wrong and made the cars pretty much customizable to its fullest. However, there were some, well, kind of some rules around it, like certain things could not be modded. So with this car, only the GT3 body kit from its I think Need for Speed 2015 stayed. So without further ado, the only thing that was added in was extra headlights and taillights. But for the sake of this build, I will not apply those here, as you can tell that those are just normal headlights. They weren't darkened, they weren't altered, I just had them left out. You can see on the back of the car that I even put the Nitro Fuel trademark on there, knowing the fact that this car was inspired by it, especially since their paint job is definitely based on Isabella's color set from that game, as I had to observe it head to toe in order to get a sense of what the car's color was like in terms of a shade of blue, especially its stripe. Like, you can tell from the middle of the car that it's a big stripe, and it had to be dark blue to match what was also from her paint scheme. Now the rims was definitely a little bit altered. Last time on the beta build that I posted on Twitter, it had completely different rims, but I managed to put in completely new rims for the sake of the video. Well, mostly for the build anyway, since I really put a lot into this one. Now, in terms of you know, putting decals on the windows, I only applied it to the front and rear of the windows, since I did not have much to do with the side windows, to be honest with you, since I kept that out. But you can tell from the front of the windshield, well, pretty much on the windshield, that I put Isabella's name herself on there, because I was gonna put her name on the license plate, but I decided not to, and just put my own name on there for the sake of consistency, since I'm gonna be doing other builds later down the road. So Keep this in mind. I hope you guys ready for this since we're gonna go into our first race. You can tell from the details of this car. So without further ado, I will see you all later. Just a quick note, that was a good race, and also the difficulty for that race was set to hard, and my car's already overpowered, so yeah, that's all you're gonna get from me out of this one. well, that went better than I expected, even on hard mode. But no, seriously, this car is pretty much overpowered, and I don't know what to do about it. Like, I just don't know. Like, the car's performance rating is at the 389, and I don't know what the other cars were. I hope Ghost did not nerf them or buff them. I don't know what they did with them, but literally, I don't know. I thought the cars were meant to be like a challenge when in that race, but instead, no. But without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed this official build on Isabella's 458 Italia. We have Liz's Jaguar F-Type R Coupe inspired, well, by her, pretty much, from Nitro Fuel, and her voice actress, Victoria Akin, is definitely being showcased on the screen, as a lot was definitely put into this ride than the last one, since this was very difficult, since this car is the same exact one from Need for Speed Payback, so I know what I had to work with, but at least something else was added in. So with more decals and liveries, the first thing I did with this car was add in black racing flags, as you can barely see on the screen, since the fact is that I had to make the main paint job pretty much the same as the color scheme from CTR Nitro Fuel. Also, what you have noticed was the fact that as the color scheme suggested, it was going for a purple with black stripe scheme, so I decided to put racing checkered flags and made it black, and then added the new liveries that needs to be offered as the green parts. I even put one of the white parts, I put in decals, I even put a lot into this car. I even put the Nitro logo on it from, Need for Speed Nitro, that was back in 2009, that's a 10-year-old game. And I also added that big Country Labs decal again, but on the back of the car, so you know what this is up. So as usual, did not do anything to the side windows, I did not do anything to the headlights or taillights, I just made it. But the most importantly, this car was basically built to drift. I repeat, built to drift, because I had some difficulties basically getting used to the new drift physics in this game, so I had to make sure I had to tune it so that it can at least balance out when I ever make some smooth drifts. So bear with me when I basically take this out on the track to get into some races. So without further ado, I will see you all in the next one. And with that, let's give it a test. But at night. And with that, we come to a close. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, since working on Liz's F-Type R was definitely a challenge. There was a convertible version, but I decided to go with the original, since there was a little bit less of in terms of options and customizations for the convertible version. But I will make sure to keep you guys up to date on my Twitter. And we have our third build of the week, inspired by Magooby Bandicoot from CTR Nitro Fueled. Yes, we have reached the latter half of this month's official builds, because as usual, her voice actor Stephanie Shea is on the side of the car's decals, as this one was a little more neck and neck with Liz's car last week. So I decided to go ahead and add in the most wanted trademark, well, pretty much the logo itself from Need to Be Most Wanted, and added a lot of decals inspired by Japanese engineering, or mostly Japanese car brands and car aftermarket parts. So without further ado, let us give this baby a test run, since a lot was put into this car, and I'm hoping that since Megumi is mostly relying on acceleration, we hope this baby can pop a wheelie. I hope. So keep this in mind that as of me recording this, I am pretty much finishing up, let's just say, the last build of the month, and I know that a particular character is going to have her debut. So without further ado, I will see you all then. And as usual, we gotta make sure this baby is tested out at night as well. Most notably in a circuit race, especially for an acceleration-based vehicle. See ya! Before we go, all I can say is that this car was installed with drag tires. So, remember when I said that this car can do a wheelie? Well, let's give that a test since you have not seen it so far. So, might as well end the video with us giving a test clip of if this 350Z can do a wheelie for us. Okay, that went better than I expected, but it could use some tuning to get the much better witty. But without further ado, I will see you all on the final build. But the final build of the week, inspired by Amy Bandicoot from Nitro Fuel, voiced by Sissy Jones, by the way, as she confirmed herself on Twitter. So, without further ado, let us finally wrap up this month's builds. As of me pretty much recording this, I am pretty much done with season 2 as a whole, and I am looking forward to see what's to come in the near future in terms of future builds. As after the season 2 finale of Burning Rubber is aired, I'm going to be taking a month off to basically work on other well, pretty much take a hiatus or like take a break, since I kind of fell ill under unknown circumstances, but I found out what happened, so I don't want to bore you with the details. But without further ado, the fact that we have here is Amy's Firebird, Pontiac Firebird Special Edition Trans Am, and the fact of the matter is it was literally one of the only muscle cars. So without further ado, let us take this baby for a sweet test ride. Keep this in mind that I'm hoping to finally give you guys the final build and take it for a spin. See ya! better way to wrap this up than to have a race at night? Because it's obvious. Come on, guys. You should know by now that we always gotta cover the night scene too, man. Because, come on. Street racing always be awesome at night. So, let's give this Firebird a test spin. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for all the builds of the month, as I am pretty much going to be taking that month off from making videos. But let's just say that, just like Megumi's video, let's just see how this baby holds up eternally. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for all the build videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all later on.
Thanks for watching this compilation. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for new content.